Tuesday was burrito day. It tasted pretty good, but you pay the price right about the time gym class kicks in. Your stomach's all like
bubble guts.
What's the matter out there?
Yo, we're checking out another Brewstew compilation. We're gonna start off with Brewstew school lunch. This should be good. Well, actually, it's school lunch, so it should be awful, should be terrible, should be vile.
All right, school lunch. Nothing better than lunchtime to break up the school day. Give you a nice little break from learning about social studies or erosion. Goddamn isosceles triangles. I don't know. Sit there with your asshole friends. Everybody's showing off their sweet lunch
Hey,
boxes.
a black guy.
I got angry beavers. I got the Herculoids. I got this sweet-ass Tootie lunchbox. You know,
I don't know who
from
Tootie
the
is.
Facts of Life. Anybody? God
Sorry.
damn it, am I the only one that watches TV Land in this bitch or what?
I was born in
You eat
1996.
your stupid little lunch, your peanut butter and jelly, a fruit roll-up, piss-warm Kool-Aid that you kept in your Jefferson's thermos. My friend Michael, you'd always have the shittiest food.
Michael!
He'd try to auction off, trade away to some poor bastard. I'll trade you this dirty rhubarb for your fruit roll-up. Nobody wants your stupid-ass rhubarb, Michael. Jesus Christ.
Bruh, Michael can't even get a decent school lunch? Yo, can Michael get a, can he get a dub? Can he finally get a dub? Michael, if I was at school with y'all, I would have traded you something for your rhubarb. Probably would have been something good, but at least I would have, made an effort.
Jesus Christ. It's not our fault your mom packs your lunch like we're in the Great Depression. Of course, we could always buy a school lunch from our manly-ass lunch ladies. Lunch ladies that look like they bounce nightclubs on the side. They got like stubble and dirt mustaches that would make any 13-year-old boy going through puberty pretty jealous.
The mustaches add to the flavor.
$1.40, please. Thank you.
Oh my God, swole ass hand.
So I didn't get any of those fancy pants private school lunches.
Caviar.
Like the rich kids had. Your fucking filet mignon and caviar. No, hell no. Fucking hot ham and cheese.
Hey guys, I've actually had a caviar before, and let me tell you, you're not missing out on anything. Trust me on that. You see, there's a lot of things that rich people get to do that poor people we're just not privy to. But this is not one that you should be jealous of. You should be totally fine, totally okay that you're not eating fish eggs, because that's what it is.
Hot ham and cheese.
Hey, Lunchables.
Condensation on the inside, nice and soggy. Tastes like it's been sitting in a hot car on a summer day for a few hours.
I remember that
lunch. That's what we're having for lunch.
You got
on Mondays.
milk.
No, shit's disgusting. You fucking pack on Mondays. Now Tuesdays, they're okay. Tuesday was burrito day. It tasted pretty good, but you pay the price right about the time gym class kicks in. Your stomach's all like
bubble guts.
What's the matter out there? Why aren't you playing the kickball? There's a puddle of shit in my pants. All right, get a hall pass. Fucking Tuesdays. And Wednesdays, that was mac and cheese with a
Where's the
side
protein?
Of peas. Why peas? I don't know. Nobody
Where's
ate
the
that
meat?
shit. Maybe because it rhymed and it sounded nice. I don't know. Mac and cheese and peas. Fucking licorice and tuna fish. Spicy pickles and a goddamn jar of nickels. Delicious. And then there was Thursdays. Thursdays were the best days when it came to school lunch because Thursday was pizza day.
Pizza day, pizza day, pizza day, pizza day!
Sorry, I probably just gave some of y'all the ick. I don't care. It's pizza day. Pizza day probably was the best day at school lunch, and that's saying a lot, man. Actually, I don't know about y'all, but we had pretty good nachos at my school, so it was kind of like a tie between pizza day and nacho day. Nacho day was bussin', man. I used to put everything on them nachos.
Was pizza day. And if you were the dumbass that accidentally packed a lunch on pizza day,
you're
ready
both.
To be made fun of for the rest of your life. Oh, you packed on pizza day? You know what you look like? A person that makes shitty decisions. Now, get away from me before you fuck up my life. The pizza was so damn good. Even today, as an adult, I'll be like sitting in traffic somewhere and I'll just
thinking about that pizza. Yeah.
God damn, that was a good-ass pizza. It's like the most precious thing you could have when you were 9 years old.
Part of me wants to believe it was some good pizza, but then the other part of me is like, we had childish taste buds, so what we thought was really good probably wasn't that good. For real though, test it. Try something that you liked as a kid or watch something that you liked as a kid. Does it still hit the same? Probably not.
Like the most precious thing you could have when you were 9 years old. It was valuable. You could trade anything you wanted for it. I seen a kid shove a dime up his nose and then cough it out on the table.
Oh my God, for a slice?
For an extra piece of pizza. Like,
for
dude,
some pizza?
Sepsis, for Christ's sake.
Some
All
pizza?
for a bag of Tony's pizza. No matter what day it was, lunchtime would always end the same way. For the last 10 minutes of lunch, the man ladies would turn off the lights, which meant everybody had to shut the fuck up.
Okay.
You were caught talking, one of these linebacker women would make you stand up, and standing up was a bad thing. I don't know. We we didn't want to stand up, I guess. Sometimes
They'll
the lunch
point at
ladies
you?
would appoint a fellow classmate,
Give you a
with
dunce
their little
cap?
deputy, and walk around, make sure you're
Michael!
talking. And you'd always have that
Michael
one
got a
asshole
dub!
who'd let all that power go to his head.
Okay.
Stand up, you're talking.
All right,
Fuck
never
you,
mind,
I'm
Michael.
not standing up. Wanna be on the same team, you goddamn traitor.
Well, you didn't trade your goddamn fruit roll-up to me, so stand up.
I swear to God, Michael, I'm gonna stone cold stunner you as soon as we leave here.
I am
Come
the
on,
law.
Michael.
So you just stand there, have everybody.
This is supposed to be
oogle
your
at you
dub,
until it's time
Michael.
to leave.
Oh man, he looks like such an idiot. Look at him standing up and everybody else is sitting down. What a stupid idiot.
Then your teacher would come and you'd go off. And that was it. Michael would get stone cold stunned for his bullshit shenanigans, and everything was right in the world.
He actually did
Hell
it.
yeah.
To actually stone cold stunner another human being, you gotta really hold some hatred in your heart for them. Michael, I was just about to award your very first dub on the channel, but I guess not. I spoke too soon.
All right. Now, for those of you that don't know, I just did a cartoon on school punishments from back in the day. You know, like when we had to write stuff on the chalkboard over and over again until
I'm
our
about to
hands went numb.
I'm about to
Remember
actually
that?
watch
That was
that.
a real rootin' tootin' time, wasn't it? Well, after doing that episode,
Tune
it
into
got
the
me
end of the
thinking about
video.
other aspects of my school days that may or may not be a thing anymore. Like, for example, coat rooms. Are those still a thing? Do they
I don't
exist?
know.
You see, I went to one of those old-ass public schools back in the day that looked like a fucking King Koopa castle from Super Mario Brothers. And all those old-ass schools had a separate coat room attached to the classroom
we didn't
where
have
you hang
that.
all your shit up at. We
We
didn't have any
didn't
of
have
those stupid-ass little cubbies that they use nowadays.
Yeah, lockers.
All right, little children, let's put our mittens away in our little cubbies, shall we?
Ah!
Back in my day, you put your shit in the coat room because your teacher didn't want to look at your stupid-ass, obnoxious Angry Beavers book bag.
I just hope none of y'all have never spat in your teacher's face like that. But no, definitely didn't have a separate room just for our codes. Okay, Tyler, aka Brewstew, you had money, didn't you? Actually, no, he didn't. He actually made a video very clearly saying he didn't, but it does sound a little bougie. A whole separate room just for your coats?
Put it away. Go. But the cool thing about the coat room was that was the place where all the shady shit would go down when you were a kid. Like if you had Pokemon cards to trade before
'Cause
class,
there's no
or
teachers
fucking
there?
Newport menthol to smoke, you did that shit in the coat room where the teacher couldn't see you. Hell, I've seen
Okay.
entire fucking fist fights go down in the coat room.
Ooh,
I seen a
did you
kid
record
catch
it?
a missile drop kick to the teeth, and then 5 minutes later, you're sitting at his desk taking a spelling test.
You have
Not to
to,
mention
man.
the time where a kid took a piss inside of the coat room, and we all got to go outside again for a bonus recess while the janitor cleaned that shit up. What a fucking time to be alive. You definitely can't pull that shit off with a fucking
Poor
cubby.
janitor.
Catch a indecent exposure charge. So what I'm saying is bring back the coat rooms, all right? They're fucking cool. Hashtag fuck cubbies.
It
Now,
does
another
sound
thing
cool,
that seems
though.
to be
I ain't
disappearing
gonna
from
lie.
schools these days is having your own desk. I don't know what the hell's going on, but it sure seems like schools these days just throw a bunch of tables and chairs in there for kids to sit at.
I'm trying to
And I think
remember,
that's
do
a pretty
we have
big
that?
mistake because
Huh.
having your own desk was part of your identity back then.
We definitely had our own desks for certain classes, but then we had to share for other classes. So if it was like a science class, we had like the big science tables that we all like sat around and we shared. But you know, like a regular English class, we got our own desk and chair. But what I didn't like was when they started like connecting the desks in the chair. So like you couldn't push your chair out. You couldn't move your chair. It was one piece because I was a
Bigger boy, man.
those things were not designed for a guy my size.
That was your desk. That was your little
He's
piece
still
of the
beat up.
classroom. Don't touch my desk, goddammit. I pay the property tax on this motherfucker.
Oh,
Go,
brother.
get away. Don't even look at it. Hell, your desk was basically an
Talking about
extension of your
property
student
tax.
self. Like if you got in trouble in class, chances are your teacher would send you and your desk out in the hallway as a punishment. Why are you sitting out here? Because me and my desk were being obnoxious little assholes during a spelling test. That's why. Now, how orderly you kept your desk depended a lot on if you were a little boy or if you were a little girl.
The
Because
girls
little
have the
girls
clean
tended to be
desks.
cleaner and a
Yeah.
little bit more organized.
Of course,
They'd have
of
like all
course.
their books neat and orderly, all their Lisa Frank folders would be in rainbow
Lisa
order and shit.
Frank!
But then you check out a
Yo!
little boy's desk, and
Throwback.
holy hell, that shit would look like an active crime scene. There'd be shit crammed in there, all
Ew.
haphazard like. There'd be like a fucking half-eaten moldy Pop-Tart
Yuck.
sitting there, a dead hamster in the corner and shit. You didn't know what the fuck you were gonna find in a little boy's desk.
Again, we stopped doing these kind of desks when I got older. I think we stopped doing it around middle school time, as in you couldn't put anything inside the desks. It was just the table and then it was connected to the chair. There was no inside the desk to speak of. It was just like a flat table. You know what I'm talking about? So we didn't really have that past middle school. So we couldn't really customize it. But maybe that's the reason why you don't really need to customize in high school. You're in many different classes. You're, constantly changing.
There'd be shit crammed in there all haphazard like. There'd be like a fucking half-eaten moldy Pop-Tart sitting there.
Something
a dead
moldy in
hamster
there.
the corner and shit. You didn't know what the fuck you were gonna find in a little boy's desk. That shit would look like a goddamn I Spy book from back in the day. I Spy with my little eye.
Yo, Brewstew.
6 boogers and 9 toenail clippings. Gross.
Why you have
Fucking
toenail
sick.
clippings in
but
there?
Hey, it was your desk. You got to
Ugh.
keep it how you wanted it. Hashtag fuck tables and chairs. Okie dokie. Now, the next thing that I
That's
want to
what I
talk
had.
about is student graders. You remember back in the day when your whole classroom would get finished with like a science quiz or something, and
then
your
this-
teacher would be sitting there like, well, I don't
Pass
feel like
yours.
grading your guys'
Yeah.
bullshit right now.
Pass it
Everybody
to the
pass
person
your paper
next to
to your
you.
neighbor and pull out a red pen.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to read off the answers, and you guys are going to grade your own shit.
And then someone
having
actually took it
students grade
seriously.
Papers could be a good thing, or it could suck ass completely.
I never got it, bro. Some people actually took their job seriously, like they're about to get hired as a teacher. This was the interview process.
Teacher, what if they put this? Do we still give them a grade? Teacher, what if they put this? Do we still let them get it correct? Teacher.
Like if you were grading one of your friends' papers, instead of marking something wrong, maybe instead you'd change their dumbass
Yeah.
answer and penciled in the right one. And then maybe,
Exactly.
at lunchtime they gave you their chocolate milk, and it was a win-win for everybody.
There we
But then
go.
the other side of the coin is, you'd have somebody like Natasha's fucking forthright goody two-shoe ass grading your
Rule
test, and she'd
follower.
be like, nope, fucking wrong. Photosynthesis isn't the first layer of the atmosphere, you stupid asshole. You suck, -2 points. You suck ass, Natasha, with your always by the book ass. I hope you get headlights again, like you did
Rule
last winter,
follower.
you fucking narc. But hey, you win some and you lose some. Student graders were still the shit. Hashtag fuck Natasha. All right, now there's one
Natasha.
last little thing that I want to talk about today, and that, of course, is pencil sharpeners. Or more specifically, the pencil sharpener.
The
the
pencil
one that was at the front of the classroom, bolted
Show
to the
off
fucking wall
your
so nobody can
fit.
steal it. Is that still a thing these days? Are there still kids in this day and age that go up to that pencil sharpener in the middle of a quiz and just sharpen the shit out of
Yeah.
their pencil for like 45 minutes straight? Like,
Oh my goodness, bro. That was the place to be. The pencil sharpener. Even though it was only a couple of footsteps away from your desk, it felt like a totally different place. And boy, oh boy, you had to hit the pencil sharpener when you had the freshest, and I mean the freshest of fresh fits on. You had to let everybody see what you put on that day.
you're sitting there trying to focus. You're fucking up your science quiz 6 ways to Sunday and shit. But that little asshole just keeps on going. Because every time he pulls out his pencil, it would look like this shit right here.
You
which
gotta
would just
keep
repeat
going.
the cycle over and over again.
Brewstew, you're so relatable,
Eventually,
man.
your teacher just snaps and she's like, fucking sit down, Eric. God damn it. That's enough. You get a 0 on your quiz. If you can't sharpen a goddamn pencil, well, it's
gonna
probably
be a-
safe to
it's
say
gonna
you
be a
don't know
little-
shit about the
a little
atmosphere. You
nub
suck,
by
you get an
then.
F. Look, I don't know if the pencil sharpener is still a thing, but God, I hope it is. What a
Yeah, I
time to be
do
alive.
too. I liked
Hashtag
it.
fuck mechanical pencils. All right, so those are just some of the things that I wanted to talk about today. And really, I could just go on and on and on about certain shit. I mean, I didn't even talk about the fucking Pizza Hut Book It program, for Christ's sake. You know, when they used to give us personal pan pizzas for reading
I didn't do
5
that.
Frog and Toad books.
I didn't do that,
Cool, all right.
unfortunately.
So if you
I
guys wanna
missed
hear
out.
more, or if you have any suggestions, why don't you drop a comment down below, or don't. I'm not your dad. I can't tell you what to do. The end.
You're not my dad. You always trying to hear something. Ugly noodlehead.
But man, I didn't realize Tyler, aka Brewstew, was this relatable. Maybe it's because we're like very similar in age. I think he's only like 3 or 4 years older than me.
All right, public school in the 90s, part 2.
Part
Come on,
2.
another booty episode on school? Are you kidding me? Yeah, you
booty
shut your
episode?
hole. I don't care.
I like
this
the
topic,
first one.
But I'm going to do another one. Now, if you
Good.
haven't seen my first episode, I talked about all the weird stuff that happened in school in the 90s. And today, I'd like to offer up some more things that I thought about. And I'm
Let's
just going to
hear
get
it.
right down to it.
I'm
First
gonna
things
relate
first.
to this, right?
Cool textbooks.
Ooh,
Now,
textbooks.
I'm not even sure if textbooks are even in classrooms
Hard
anymore.
books.
Pretty sure kids these days just fuck off on Chromebooks and iPads all day
Probably,
long.
yeah.
Back in my day,
Probably.
you had your own set of school books that you had to take care of personally.
Honestly, bro, I don't even think that these kids have a single textbook in their backpack, in their locker. It's all digital. It's all iPad, all tablet, all TikTok, all scroll. Maybe not though, maybe not. Let me know in the comment section. Do you actually have physical textbooks that you keep in your backpack? Like, be honest with me, don't lie.
Pretty sure kids these days just fuck off on Chromebooks and iPads all day long. But back in my day, you had your own set of school books that you had to take care of personally. You had to put like book covers on your shit,
You did.
Animaniacs or Goose Book theme ones. But if
You
you're
did,
poor like I
man.
was, well, your ass got to origami a goddamn paper bag over your shit like it was a goddamn Great Depression. Label it with a fucking Sharpie so you know what book you have. Not to mention these things
Wow.
were big as hell. You'd have a giant social studies book that was
Yo,
so solid you
Houghton
could probably
Mifflin,
hold
I
up
think-
a liquor store with it. By
I
the
think
end of the
that was
school
the
year, we'd all
brand.
have like Mark
Or
McGuire
the
forearms
publisher.
and shit. You guys want to hit some dingers and talk about Squanto and the Pilgrims and shit?
Yeah, those
But the
textbooks
one
were
good thing
blunt
about having
objects.
actual textbooks is that sometimes you'd find graffiti in there left behind
Ooh,
from kids
from
of
the
the past.
previous year?
Somebody would fucking
It'd be-
draw a Fu
it'd be
Manchu
kinda
on
cool.
James Madison, maybe a poorly drawn wiener on Ben Franklin's forehead and shit. To help break up the monotony of the school day, all right? Bring back the textbooks. Hashtag fuck weak forearms.
And then the school textbooks always had like some weird random art on it. I mean, maybe not this and this, but what does skateboarding have to do with math? Do you really think I'm trying to find the Pythagorean theorem? Do you really think I'm trying to find the hypotenuse of that ollie of the angle of the kickflip I just did? No, I'm trying to shred some rails.
All right, next up, we're going to talk about
Kid cops.
Kid
you guys remember
cops,
back
oh,
in the day when your
snitches.
teacher would leave the classroom
Yeah,
and she'd just
assign
like,
somebody.
randomly deputize a kid? Out of nowhere, she'd just be like, all right, I'm getting the fuck out of here for 5 minutes. You guys are stressing me out.
And the
I'm gonna
power
go
went
hit
to
a
their
port
head.
Out in the parking lot. Billy, you stand at the chalkboard, and if anybody talks, write their name down, and I'll crack their ass when I get back. Now, you would think that this would not work at all. I mean, we were all children after all.
No,
We're
it
all on the
works,
same
though.
team.
We
Fuck
kept
that
quiet.
teacher. But as soon as any child got the smallest piece of authority, they'd be like, fucking, all right, everybody shut the hell up. This is a police state now. I'm the new sheriff in town. I don't want to hear shit.
That's so true, man.
Piss off, Travis. You're on the board. Stop talking. Oh, what? I just fucking talked.
Yo, man.
10 minutes later, the teacher comes back. There's like 14 kids' names on the board and shit. Oh, well, looks like I'm cracking everybody's ass today. Good job, Billy. Looks like that brainwashing
Why
101
did we
class
do
I took in
this?
college really paid off. Kid cops. What a time to be alive. Should be a goddamn series on Fox.
Why was that a thing, guys? Please tell me, why was that a thing? We just let the
Power go to our head, man.
And that is why I will always say humanity does not need superpowers. Because look what somebody with just a piece of chalk does. Look how quickly the power goes to your head. Now imagine if you can shoot flames from your fingertips. You're not listening to nobody.
On the next episode of Kid Cops, little Philip lets out half a fart. He gets his name on the board, and he gets a written penalty. Kid Cops.
That was a
Your
Bart
discretion is
Simpson
advised.
joke.
All right, next up, what do we got? Oh, yeah, that's right.
The goddamn overhead projector. Ah.
Now, look, there is not
Wow,
a single
I
object
hated
in
that
my
thing.
school that I had more disdain for than that piece of shit.
'Cause you
overhead
could
projector.
barely see
I hate
it.
that damn thing. If I could, I'd totally office space the shit out of one in an open field. And you know why? Because I was blind as shit as a kid. That's why.
Yeah.
And every time we use this overhead projector,
You
I
can't
swear
even
it'd be
see.
like the day after our teacher moved all our seats around, and I'd be sitting
It'd
way
be
in the back,
sunlight.
practically in the fucking hallway and shit. I'd look up and everything would look like a blurry mishmash of bullshit to me. The teacher would be up there like, the hypotenuse of the fourth derivative is the variable of the coefficient.
And you
See,
can't
math's
even
a lot
fol- you
easier
can't
when you
even
can see,
follow
right?
along.
And you're not like a fucking blind piece of shit in the back. Math is easy. Math is fun. And I'd just be sitting there like, yeah, looks like I'm fucking done learning math now. Guess I'm just gonna have to smoke crack and live under a bridge when I grow up. That's
It's
pretty
all
neat.
over now.
Yeah, piss off, overhead projector. I don't gotta deal with your shit anymore. Hashtag fuck the blurry machine 9000.
100% agree. My guy, I wear glasses, and I didn't start wearing glasses until like middle school. So before that, I was just squinting. I was like,
Oh my god, teach, what does that say?
plus the overhead projectors, they even have like super good quality. So yeah, I was not a fan. I'm actually glad that y'all are in the digital era because y'all would not have survived the trenches of what we had to go through.
All right, let's do one more topic, and then what do you say? We can all get on with our fucking lives. Sound good?
Let's
and this
do it.
topic, of course, is going to be...
Lice checks.
Now, this little event would
I didn't have
occur
lice.
quite frequently throughout the school year. All of a
I
sudden, your
won't
teacher
relate
would
to
be like,
this.
all right, everybody, we're going to go down to the nurse's office, and we're going to see who's the dirtiest kid in class. Sound
Never
fun?
did this.
So we'd all just line up and prepare to be inspected. Everybody's paranoid as hell. All of a sudden, your head is 1,000% itchy.
I didn't
all
know
of a
this was a
sudden.
It's worth noting that back then, I would put copious amounts of hair gel in my hair.
Oh my
I'm talking
God.
gobs and gobs of that fucking blue LA Looks bullshit. Every morning I'd have armadillo hair. It'd be hard as hell, practically bulletproof. But by mid-afternoon, all of that hair gel would get all white and flaky. And if you look closely, that shit kind of looked like I had head lice. I'm not gonna lie. So every time I went to see the nurse, she'd be like, "Holy shit, it's the mother load! Burn it with fire!" And I'd have to be like, "Calm down, lady. It's just the LA Looks. Put that fucking flamethrower down. You're scaring me." But regardless, we'd all head back to class. And no matter what, there was always at least one kid missing. I don't know what they did with that kid. Put his ass in quarantine somewhere. Who the fuck knows? But our teacher would always try to play it off like nothing even happened. All right, everybody, let's turn to page 47 in our big-ass social studies book.
Where's Jim?
Where's Billy at? Billy? Who's Billy? I don't think I know a Billy. He's got head lice, huh? Was he the dirty one? No, he's not dirty, okay? The nurse said that lice actually prefer nice and clean hair. He's not dirty.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, he's fucking dirty, all right. But hey, head lice checks were just the thing that we had to deal with, all right? At least it was better than the fucking weird-ass scoliosis checks that we had to do in gym class, where we had to get all weird and take our shirts off. Remember that?
Tyler, I don't know, bro. Brewstew, I really don't know about this one. Maybe the 90s were different, or just maybe they got away with some things. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure this was totally normal. I'm sure schools did this, but I didn't do a lice check, and I sure as hell did not do this check. And I know kids of our time, this time, current generation kids are not doing this. This is a lawsuit ain't happening.
Where we had to get all weird and take our shirts off. Remember that? Hashtag fuck that weird shit. I can tell you that right now. So once again, those are just some of the things that I had to deal with in 90s public school. And if you like this one, well, I'll probably make another one because guess what? I still haven't even talked about the goddamn Pizza Hut bucket program. I totally forgot about it. Shit. Free personal pan pizzas? What the fuck? So if you're sitting there pissed off that I'm probably going to do another public school in the 90s part 3,
I want another one.
What can I say? You're not my dad, and you can't tell me what to do. The end.
Do I have to say it again?
You're not my dad. You always trying to say something ugly. Noodlehead.
But still, I am relating to Brewstew. Tyler, you are very much relatable. I just don't know about these checks, bro. Lice checks, scoliosis checks. they're just making stuff up, aren't they?
All right, public school in the 90s, part 3. Neat. Another school episode that nobody asked for. Cool, sweet. Look, this is the last episode I'm doing of this series.
I'm enjoying them.
After this, I'll go back to talking about the Power Rangers and wrestling from the WWF Attitude Era. But right now, I'm talking about what public school was like in the 90s, okay? All right? Is that fine? And the first thing that I want to talk about
is school jobs.
School
back
jobs?
in my day,
They had
there
you
were
working?
a plethora of little jobs that you'd have to do throughout the classroom. For instance,
No 9 to 5?
sometimes you got to be the paper pass router and pass back all the graded papers. See how badly your friends fucked up their spelling test and shit? Holy hell, a 47%? God damn, have fun digging ditches and sucking dick for money for the rest of your life, Eric, you fucking piece of shit. Or maybe perhaps it was finally your week to be the goddamn line leader. You remember that? All right, everybody, we got a guest speaker today. So I want a nice, neat, orderly line while we go down to the auditorium to listen to a crackhead tell us not to smoke crack. You got it?
Wow, we really did experience that. We had to go to the gymnasium to listen to a guest speaker who was probably a drug addict, ex-drug addict, so they claimed. We had to listen to them tell us not to do drugs, but like I was a kid, so I didn't even know what the hell the drugs were, bro. Like I remember they were naming them off, and I'm like, bro, I've never even seen them in my life. You don't gotta tell me not to do something I've never seen, my guy.
And of course, somebody always had to be the caboose at the end of the line, a job that, nobody gave a shit about. Okay, I'm the caboose. Everybody move
No one
along
cares.
now. Shut the fuck up, caboose.
Right?
We don't gotta listen to you.
Oh my God. Spit again.
I gotta say, out of all the school jobs, I think that school crossing guard was the most pointless. I mean, you got your little belt and your stupid flag on a stick.
They had a
standing
kid
on the
doing
street
this?
corner like a glorified parking cone, while all the kids walking to school just ignored your ass
They had
anyways.
a kid doing this?
Stop walking. I am the law. Shut the fuck up, crossing guard. We don't gotta listen to you.
Yeah, Michael.
Bitch ass crossing guard. You don't know
Spit again.
shit. School jobs. They were important, all right? Hashtag
Fuck the caboose.
Michael can just never take a dub on the channel, huh? He just can't, bro. It just isn't written. But the fact that they had a kid doing a crossing guard, like, don't kids already naturally play in the street? Don't they already naturally don't look both ways? So what are you doing hiring one of them as a crossing guard? It's like you're asking for all of your students to just get hit by cars.
All right, next up, what do we got?
The Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
All right, now I know kids still do the Pledge of Allegiance in class, but I feel like it was a bit more emphasized.
We did it
back
for a
when I was
while.
kid. I mean, it was basically how we started every school day.
I lived in
for Christ's
Texas.
sake. You'd wake your ass up and eat a toaster strudel for breakfast. You'd take your ass to school. and then
Tired
you'd
as hell.
fucking-
Pledge your allegiance to the United States of America.
And to me, it's kind of funny. I mean, do you remember what it was like saying the pledge when you were in the first
pledge
grade?
allegiance
You didn't know
to
what
the
the fuck
flag
we were doing. We could
of the
hardly
United States
wipe
of
our ass, for
America.
Christ's sake. We could have been pledging our allegiance to fucking Jabberjaw the Shark for all we knew. You'd
Don't
have
know
kids that would only know
Jabberjaw.
like 60% of the words, just totally butchering the pledge and shit. One nation, on God, indivisible,
God!
with liver teeth and mustaches for all. The end. But hey, we did the best we could, all right? It's goddamn Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh my God.
Hell, to this day as an adult, I'll dust off the old pledge first thing in the morning sometimes. With liver teeth and mustaches for all. What the fuck are you doing? The fucking Pledge of Allegiance. What does it look like? Hashtag on God. Hashtag invisible.
Yo, on God, I don't think I've done the Pledge of Allegiance literally since maybe like my junior or senior year of high school, 2013, 2014, 12 to 13 years ago. Oh my gosh. But I lived in Texas, bruh. They love the Pledge of Allegiance down here. They love the Pledge of Allegiance. They love the national anthem. They love patriotism down here. You know, naturally, it's Texas, you know, big red state.
All right, next up, we definitely got to talk about.
Blood sport matches in the
Blood
lunchroom.
sport matches.
Now, it's important to
What?
note that back when I was a kid, there were two things that you did not want to be labeled as. Number one was a jabroni, which we didn't really know what that was, but
I don't know
we
what it
definitely knew
is
we didn't
either.
want to be one. That's for
I
sure.
knew The Rock
And number
used to
two
say it.
was a wuss. And a wuss was apparently anybody that had any
Oh!
fucking common sense whatsoever.
Don't
Because
call me
the
a
only way you
wuss.
could prove that you were not a wuss was to take part in these fucking blood sport matches in the lunchroom. Yeah, I'm talking about games like
dares?
good old-fashioned bloody knuckles.
Bloody
You know, where you
knuckles!
take turns punching each other's fists until somebody cries or fractures a metacarpal. You know, kid shit. That sort of thing. Well, our little version of bloody knuckles was a little
the
different.
finger one
because
where you
we
flick?
would take turns
Oh.
flinging a fucking quarter at the other person's
Ah!
fist, you know, until somebody cried.
I
or
think
fractured
I
a
remember
metacarpal.
Are
this.
you playing Bloody Knuckles by yourself? I'll play with you. I'm not a pussy.
She said,
I'll play with you. I'm not a wussy.
she felt that kind of bullying as a kid as well. She's just like you. No wonder you married her. I'm assuming that's his wife. But no, I definitely remember some variation of the game. Essentially, as kids, we just came up with games that caused us pain. I don't know why. Maybe we were into it. Maybe we were a couple of freaks.
And this was all just to show how big and bad we were, and that we definitely were not a fucking wuss. And if that wasn't bad enough, sometimes we'd even give each other eraser burns on purpose.
Eraser
Remember eraser
burns?
burns? You remember that shit? When some psychopath, aka your
Y'all are
fucking best
masochists.
friend, would whip out an eraser and just scrub the shit out of the back of your hand until your skin fell off? Yeah, fucking
No.
fun times. I don't know what kind
No.
of Tyler Durden shit we were up to back then.
I did
but
not
it was
do
stupid
this.
as hell. Look, you see? No skin on the back of my hand. You see how tough I am? Well, I can see how fucking stupid you are. I can tell you that. You're gonna get MRSA or some shit. What the fuck is the matter with you? Well, what can I say? Boys will be boys and all that shit, right? Blood sport matches in the lunchroom. Hashtag don't be a
Aftermath?
wuss.
You did-
All
you
right,
actually
so
played
we've
Bloody
reached
Knuckles.
The final topic.
Wow.
And that, of course, is
The Pizza Hut Book It program.
Unfortunately, I was not cool enough to be in this. I guess they kind of like stopped doing it around my age because, you know, Tyler is a bit older than me. But we had the Scholastic program where essentially you read books and then you could take a test to prove that you read the book. And then if you take that test and you pass the test, you get points. And then you can redeem the points for various prizes whenever we did like a giveaway or a raffle or a Scholastic program, book fair sort of deal. It was worth it in my opinion.
The Pizza Hut Book It program.
Book it.
Now, I don't know where the Pizza Hut Book It program came from, but I'm going to go ahead and guess that it was probably Bill Clinton's ass. Why not? Maybe like the Secretary
Maybe.
of Education was in the Oval Office like, Bill, what the fuck? We can't get first graders to read books. Oh, man, we can't? How about we try, I don't know.
Pizza.
Pizza-based reading incentives. Bill, what the
Uh-huh.
fuck? That's a great idea. Yeah, I know it is.
It is a good idea, right? I'm sure a lot of kids
All right,
read it.
So the concept of the Pizza Hut Book It
For some
program was
pizza,
pretty
you know?
simple. First, everybody in your class got these little pins with these fucking 5 assholes on them, and every time you'd read an entire book, you got a little sticker medallion to put on the pin. And
Nice.
once you got all 5,
You got a free Pizza Hut purple pan pizza. Oh yeah,
Ooh.
cool, neat.
I'm not gonna lie, this shit took the fucking world by storm.
That's pretty
it was
good.
so popular that our teacher would have to quiz kids just to make sure that they actually, read the book and they weren't cheating. Yeah, I just got done reading this Very Hungry Caterpillar. Can I get a sticker now? Oh, you did ya? Well, tell me, what the fuck happens to the Very Hungry Caterpillar at the
you
end?
don't know, do you?
Oh, he got AIDS and died. No, the fuck he didn't, Eric. He got fat as hell, and then he turned into a pretty-ass butterfly. No pizza sticker for you, you fucking bullshitter,
Come on,
you.
man.
But I gotta say, I did the Pizza Hut Book It program the correct way. I'd like
You
to read
actually
all
read
those Choose Your Adventure
Goosebumps
books and try to pick the wrong decision on purpose just to end the book quickly. Your pet poodle is possessed by the devil.
I
If you
remember
decide to hide in the
Goosebumps,
basement,
man.
turn to page 12. If you decide to hide under a table, turn to page 45. Fuck it, I guess I'll hide under the table. Let's see. Now you're fucking dead, you stupid asshole. The end. Oh, sweet. Yes, done. Another book down. All right.
What y'all know about the Goosebumps, bro? The Goosebumps were the series to read. Goosebumps to me was like one of those book series that whenever they dropped a new like volume in the series, a new story, a new adventure, I just had to have it. And plus the cover art on the Goosebumps series were always so cool to me. Like they were just always so intriguing. I just had to have it.
Oh, sweet. Yes, done. Another book down. All right. Well, you bet your ass when I got that 5th fucking
Got
medallion
that pizza.
sticker, I walked in my local Pizza Hut like a goddamn pimp. I want my free personal pan pizza, motherfucker. I'm a learned young man. Give me pizza. Bill Clinton said
Give me my
so.
pizza.
Pizza Hut Book It program. What a time to be alive. Hashtag thank you, Bill Clinton. All right. So that's it. That's what public school was like for me in the 90s. A little bit of good, a little bit of bad. But I think it's safe to say that it made me the man that I am today.
I think so,
a
man,
college dropout that does shitty stick figure
College
cartoons on
dropout?
the internet.
Brewstew. Nah, I'm kidding. I was this close to dropping out of college, bro. Like, I did not want to do it. But then I realized I could do both. I could be a YouTuber and I could do college. So I'm glad I did it. I got my degree, but I'm going to be honest with you. I have not used it once.
All right, it's that time of year again. Time to go back to school. And sure, I know it sucks. I was a 10-year-old kid before. I know what it's like. I've been sitting there on the couch watching TV. All of a sudden, a back-to-school commercial comes on.
And then you're just like,
To hell with your animaniacs. It's back to school time. Go tell your mom we got book bags.
School
for 50%
supplies,
off at
yeah.
Walmart.
Well, the one good thing about going back
School
to school,
supplies.
at least for me, was that my great-grandma would take me to the store and buy me a new pair of shoes. Now, granted, the
Hey.
shoes she would pick out for me would be like from the 1920s.
Okay.
But it was the thought that count, goddamn.
Not a.
Yeah, Grandma, these will look great when I'm doing the Charleston at the school's ice cream social. Looks good to me.
Ice
And then
cream
before
social.
you know it, you wake up one morning and it's the first day of school. I'm laying there in bed like, well, my Uncle Rick shit himself in order to get out of Vietnam.
Did you
Maybe
put
I
your
can shit
fit
myself
out?
to get out of going to school. But no, you don't do that. You get your ass up and you go to school.
Come on, man. You didn't put your fit out. You're supposed to have your fit all folded out and everything right next to your bed. That way, as soon as you wake up, you already know what you wearing. You fresh to death. You is going to be the cleanest one at school. Why was that the case? Their first day of school, it was a fashion show. Like, you had to put your freshest fit. The shoes that your mom just bought you, the new fresh hoodie, fresh shirt, fresh collar, whatever you was wearing, you had to put that thing on.
Your dumbass friends are outside waiting for you. Everybody's got on their finest clothes. I walk out there
Look at
looking like I
Michael.
got dressed in the
Michael
dark, with my
Fresh.
speakeasy dress shoes on and my dumbass Hawaiian t-shirt. My friend Michael's
Yeah.
over there showing off
Ugh.
his generic ass new shoes.
Hey, everybody, check out
Team
my
Jordan
new
or
Shaqs.
Shaqs?
Aren't they cool?
Those are
Michael, I
Shaqs.
thought you said you were getting new Air Jordan.
No, my stepdad said I had to get
Aw.
Fake Air Jordans because I'm his
stepdad.
fake son. So we start walking to
Ah!
school. There's random people yelling out their car windows. Hey, look at those little shits on their first day of school. Sucks to be you guys. Have fun with your Scantron sheets and your square pizzas. Then we finally
It
get
does
to
suck.
school. Everybody's all apprehensive.
I wouldn't
Well,
want to
here
go
we
back to
are,
school.
the 5th grade. They say shit gets pretty real when you hit the 5th grade.
Meanwhile, everybody's
It
walking
does.
up to me talking shit about my
It actually
shoes.
does.
Look at this dude and his weird tap dancing shoes. What the hell? These are fucking wingtips there, mister. You don't know nothing about nothing. So you sit down in your new class for
Your
the
grandma
first
set
time.
you up for
scan
failure.
the room to see who's all in your class this year.
Do you have a
Let's
cool
see,
class?
What do we got here? We
You got a cool class?
Weird-ass Julie over there who talks to
Ah.
herself. That's not good. And we got Eric, who was sent home from school last year because he had head lice. God damn it.
Ooh,
And
not
there's
good.
Chris over there, who shit himself in the 1st grade. Fantastic.
Can't hang out
I'm
with
not gonna
him.
Talk to any of these people. All of a sudden, the teacher busts into the classroom. Good morning, you beautiful sunshine children. Are we all happy to be here today?
No, of course
I'd rather
not.
be tossed around in a Russian gulag than to be here, to be honest with you.
At least the first day of school was always super simple, super easy. It was essentially like you just coming to show up and hang out with your friends, talk to them, see what they're doing all summer long, and to read syllabuses all day long. I don't think a single teacher actually assigned any actual work. And if you did, every student hated you.
You're the teacher that they all hated.
Oh, well, that's terrific. How about we go around the room and introduce ourselves? My name's Julie, and sometimes the voices in my head tell me to burn things. Yeah, my
Julie!
name's Eric, and my mom had to shave my head last summer because I'm a dirty little bastard. Yeah, my name is Chris. Hey, that's
You
the
pooped
kid
yourself.
that shit himself in the 1st grade. Oh, God damn it, that was a long time ago, all right? I had 12 chocolate milks that day. How the hell was I supposed to know I'm lactose intolerant? All right, everybody, calm down, calm down. Don't worry, Chris, it's not your fault. Not everybody can grow up to be a decent person. And what about
Damn.
you, little boy? You must have went to Hawaii over the summer, didn't you? No. I'm just wearing this shirt because it's badass. Look, lady, I don't know what you want from me. I'm 10 years old. I like Pokemon cards. I just got the Limp Bizkit CD last summer. I got a lot of shit going on in my life, all right?
Limp
That's all I have to
Bizkit.
say. That was pretty much all you did on your first day of school.
Why
You
did-
didn't
why
really
did
do
white
any real
bands have
work,
weird
partly
names?
because you've been turning your brains into mashed potatoes all summer long.
I mean,
Man,
rappers
haven't
have
used
weird
my
names.
brain in 3 months. I can't remember how to write my name in cursive. Hell, I can't even remember how to spell mine. So after school, I'd
still
meet
know how
up
to
with
write
all
cursive.
my friends. We'd recap on how the day went. Well, I hope your guys' first day went
Ah,
better
the
than mine.
shacks.
My new teacher's old as hell and she smells like fucking Fritos. Oh yeah, well that's nothing. You should see all the weirdos in my class. I got weird-ass Julie, that kid that had head lice, and Chris, of all people. Chris? Isn't that the kid that shit himself? God damn it, that was a long time ago. Oh God, not again.
Chris, you are literally going to be the talk of the school for yet another 4 to 5 more years. Because last time it happened, it was in the 1st grade, and now it's the 5th grade, and you just freshly boo-booed yourself again. Oh yeah, we're talking about this until high school. Most likely until graduation.
All right. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like school discipline these days is a little lackluster. Now, I grew up in the 90s.
He said
and
he
by
need these
no
teachers
means am I
to
saying that
beat
our school
these
punishments
kids.
were the worst. I mean, we can't compete with those kids in the 40s that were getting hit
Oh, yeah.
with wooden paddles
Oh, yeah.
and burned with cigarettes or whatever the hell happened back then.
gosh.
But it seems like these
I'm
days,
good.
a teacher can't even yell at you if you're running in the hallway. Now, little Aiden, let's not run. Can we use our walking feet now, please?
I'm going to tell my parents.
Well, if a teacher saw us running in the hallway back in the day, they'd be liable to huck a fucking loafer at the back of your head. Stop running in the hallway, damn it! What do you think this is, a Kmart? You can't just do whatever you want in here. So today I'd like to go
Kmart,
over
wow.
some of the school
Throwback.
punishments that were fairly popular back in my day. And we'll start off with something light. We'll start off with a little game that we used to play called popcorn. And how you played popcorn was, the
You
teacher would
read, you
arbitrarily
choose
pick a
somebody.
child to read out loud to the class. And if you weren't paying attention and you didn't know where
You
we
don't
were
know-
at in the book,
yeah.
well, your little attention deficit ass had to
Embarrassing.
stand up like an idiot for the rest of the time. So you'd be sitting there with your weekly reader, paranoid as hell, waiting for the teacher to call on your ass at any second. The internet will be everywhere like crack cocaine in the 80s. All right, that's enough, Eric. Shut the fuck up. Rupert, it's your turn to read.
Were you
Read,
paying
Rupert,
attention?
read. Oh,
Were you
shit.
paying- you weren't. You weren't.
Rupert, were you fucking off and not paying attention? No, I know where we're at. Hold on a second. Rupert, you are fucking with my emotions right now. Even though dial-up sucks ass, no, Rupert, that's not where we're at.
Oh, my
Stand
God.
the fuck up. Stand up right now.
Where the
Everybody take a
dump's
look at
cap?
Rupert's not following along.
Point
ass.
and
You're a
laugh.
fucking piece of shit, am I right? And that was just like a regular thing that we'd do. Just a little public humiliation at 9:30 in the morning. No big deal.
I actually like popcorn reading only because I felt like I was like one of the best readers, and plus I kind of liked hearing my own voice. Maybe that's why I'm a YouTuber. Y'all think it's so I can entertain y'all? Nah, it's so I can hear my own voice. Come on now.
Now, another thing that I remember doing a lot back in my day was putting my goddamn head down.
Now, I don't know about you
sleep?
guys, but every now and then, my entire class
A
would
nap
turn
time?
into loud, obnoxious assholes, and my teacher would have a fucking meltdown and make us all put our heads down. All right, everybody, let's calm down. We're about to take our geography test.
Y'all give y'all teachers hell, man.
All right, fucking, that's it. Lights off. Put your heads down. Put your goddamn heads down, you bunch of wild animals. What do you think this is, a fucking Kmart? Now you guys
y'all
will sit
listen.
there quietly and watch me smoke this Newport menthol, and then we're gonna do this goddamn geography test.
All
You
your
hear me?
teachers smoke
We just sit
cigarettes?
there with our heads down for an indefinite amount of time, like we're hostages in a fucking bank robbery. It'd be like kids falling asleep and shit. Ah, shit, what happened? Are we still being loud little assholes? Now, of course, if our teacher wanted to take it up a notch, she could always option with the good old-fashioned written penalty. And those were especially popular after a heads-down incident because,
Just
well,
write,
our teacher's
like,
nerves were basically shot at
I've
that
been
point.
bad.
Somebody would, like, fucking fart during a spelling test, and she'd be like, who was that? Who the fuck is trying to take a shit in my classroom? I'm sorry, Mrs. Sanders, it was burrito day at lunch. You get your ass to the chalkboard, and I want you to write, I will not shit in class 500 times. And then we just continue on with our spelling test like nothing even happened, while Rupert's ass is over by the dusty-ass Windows 95 serving his punishment.
I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. If I was a teacher, I would probably have to discipline you for farting in class too, for multiple reasons. First of all, it stank AF, stank booty app. Like, I know it was burrito day.
I can smell it.
And also because like kids find it funny, right? So they're probably doing it to cause a distraction, to just take you off. And you know how annoying kids can be, bro. Like they just live to rage bait.
All right, the next word is aardvark. Arthur the aardvark is a pussy. Aardvark. You keep writing those lines, Rupert, or I'm gonna break my foot off in your ass.
What
You hear me?
Arthur do?
All right, shit, goddamn. Now, of course, the granddaddy of all school
Arthur,
punishments
man.
was getting sent down to the principal's office. And one of the dumbest reasons I've seen a kid get sent down to the office was for calling our teacher by her first name. Now, this was
What?
apparently a huge deal to everybody back in the day.
I mean, I
Not
guess
like it is
so.
now, where a kid can be like,
I
hey, Rick,
guess.
can I sharpen my pencil? What the fuck? No, to us, our teacher's first name was like this giant mystery. We didn't even know if they had a first name in the first place. Well, imagine our surprise one day when we're standing in line at lunch and we see a paper taped up on the wall that has all of our teacher's first and last names printed on it. Well, this blew our little fucking minds at the time, that's for sure. Holy hell, Mrs. Sanders' first name is fucking Becky? Now, I don't know what
Oh,
possessed
Becky
this
with the
kid
good-
to think it was a
okay.
great idea to address our teacher
Y'all
by
know what
first
Becky
name,
have?
but it didn't go too well, needless to say. Excuse me, Becky, may I
Oh,
use the
God.
restroom?
Oh God, she better crash
You
out.
better get the fuck out of my classroom right now.
Woo!
What? I am Mrs. Sanders. I don't know who the fuck a Becky is, but I am Mrs. Sanders. Now go down to the principal's office before I huck a shoe at your little insolent ass. Now our school principal was like every school
Is that a
principal
Mike
in America.
Tyson tattoo?
She was a mean-ass lady that had a man's first name as her last name. That's how it was in the 90s. I'm not sure why. But chances are you're sitting there and your fucking principal was named Mrs. Henry or Mrs. Gregory.
They all
or
got
fucking,
face tats.
Mrs. Bob. All right, not that one. That one's stupid. Anyways, our principal's name was Mrs. Joseph, and she did not fuck around. And when you're in Mrs. Joseph's office, well, you knew your ass was going to get detention, and you knew her ass was going to call your parents at some point and be like, hey, it's Mrs. Joseph from your kid's school. Hey, did you know your kid's been a little fucking asshole all day long? Yeah, it sucks ass. Can you hit him with a paddle? Maybe burn him with a cigarette?
Those are
I
the
don't
worst
fucking know.
calls,
That's how I was
man.
raised. But the worst thing that she'd make you do is she'd make you go down to the lunchroom and help the lunch ladies clean up.
Clean up? Am I getting paid for this? Is this my part-time job? Is this gonna be in my paycheck that I'm apparently receiving because you're telling me to do a job?
And I have to say, our lunch ladies were massive fucking scary ass lunch ladies. That shit would turn into a scared straight program pretty goddamn quick, let me tell you.
What the hell are you down here for?
I farted during the spelling test.
Oh, so you're a big tough guy now, huh? Well, hold my inside-out pocket, you little bitch. We're gonna mop the lunchroom.
Oh, God, she's so hairy and strong. But hey, whatever. It deterred
Prison
us from
rules.
making a ruckus, and we fucking held our farts in while we were taking our spelling test, all right? So in the end, I suppose I should be thankful for going to school in the 90s. I think I was right there in the Goldilocks zone of school discipline, if you will.
Okay,
I mean, we
okay.
weren't on one end of the spectrum where teachers talk to you like they're a fucking
The spit's
Teletubby,
still there.
and we didn't have teachers
Oh my
knocking
God.
over bookshelves on top of us and shit. The end.
Tyler, you definitely went to school at a different time than me, than a lot of these viewers. Bruh, you have some crazy stories.